And that's really what the trader has to learn. And it's a discipline. It's something that if you want to become a professional trader, you're just going to learn it. And you realize that it's going to be a little bit of a struggle to move from the mind that you brought to trading to the mind that produces the reliable extraction of capital out of the markets.
Welcome to Better System Trader, the podcast to help systematic traders of all levels improve their trading. We'll give you loads of expert tips and practical advice on system design and validation, money management, trading psychology, and many other topics. Whether you're just starting out or a savvy systematic trader, we're here to help you improve your trading and find more success. This is Better System Trader with your host, Andrew Swanscott.
Hi there, welcome to Better System Trader, episode 99. When I was learning to snowboard, I still remember that first moment where I got off the lift chair and strapped myself into the board and looked down the mountain. It was really overwhelming and I wondered how I was actually going to get down there without any injuries. Now, my instructor was very comforting. He told us as a group not to focus on the bottom of the mountain, but because even though that's the end point or the destination to get there, we're actually going to zigzag down the mountain. So we really need to focus on the next turn and how we were going to execute that. So we were told to look where we wanted to go. And so if you want to go left, then you look left and your shoulders and hips will turn and your body weight will shift on the board. And that's what steers the board. And so then as you're moving across the mountain, you want to look out for hazards, obviously, and you want to look for where you want to turn, pick a spot, and focus on shifting your body weight to steer the board around the corner. So it was all about the process. And by focusing on the process, all those little points that I just mentioned, the outcome would eventually come. That is that you'd work your way down to the bottom of the mountain with hopefully no broken bones. However, if you were just to focus solely on the bottom of the mountain, then you're probably going to fall down or crash. Trading can be a very outcome-focused activity because there is the inclination to focus on the results of our trading. Did a trade make or lose money? How is our profit and loss progressing for the month or year? But is this the best focus for traders to have? Should we be focusing more on outcome or process, and what produces the best results? Or do we need to have a balance between the two, and if so, how? Now, you've just heard a bit of audio at the start there from performance coach Randy Howell talking about focus. Let's take another listen to Randy now as he shares a story about an Olympic athlete and how this can apply to focus and trading performance.
Even though you want to make a lot of money, that's an outcome goal. And if you're allowing outcome goal to sway the mind that you bring into the moment of performance, it's not going to work. Trading is literally you let go of outcome goals and everything is oriented around performance goals. Actually, one of your traders, basically in the system she's using, she was talking about taking the losses. The key is all professional traders take losses. And what they're doing is they're saying, do I trust the system I have, and do I have faith in my ability to deliver that system? They're not looking at their P&L statement. They know that if they manage performance, they manage their performances in the trade execution, they know that the money is going to be there. They back tested it. They have faith in that. And the key is what you're doing. You're staying very focused on how's my performance here. There is actually this is something that happened. I was watching, I really like hurdling, the race called hurdles. I tried in high school to become a hurdler, and it was a very ugly sight. But I gained an enormous amount of respect for how the body and the mind had to be trained to hurdle. And anyway, I'm watching the Olympics, and this American guy comes on, and all the announcers and journalists are talking about how he's going to win. He's just the most favored. He's the darling, and blah, 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 all this stuff. And they're just talking about him like as if he's already won the race. Well, the athletes get down, and, these are really well-trained athletes at that level. And the truth is the American just blew past everybody. And at the end of the race, he's sitting there huffing and puffing, trying to get his breath back, and all the announcers are talking about how they knew this, how that, and the other. And so they finally interviewed him while he was still, catching his breath. And they said, "What was it like? What was it like? What was it like?" And he's looking at him like, "What?" He says, "What was it like? What were you thinking when you saw that you were going to win? What were you thinking?" And the guy looked at the announcers and says, "You want to know what I was thinking?" And they literally said, "The world wants to know what you were thinking. Did you know you were going to set a world record? Did you know this? Did you know?" And he says, you want to know what I was thinking?" And they said, yes, tell me what you were thinking. Tell me what you were feeling. And he says, "I'll tell you then." And he said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want you to see that the announcers were projecting outcome. They were saying this is what he must be thinking. And what he was doing is he was managing performance. There is no doubt that a track coach has been working with that athlete for a number of years. There's no doubt that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 is a very precise mnemonic for what the body and the mind need to be doing at any particular moment in time in a hurdle race. There's no doubt that a really good sports psychologist has been working with this guy, working with the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to maintain peak performance mind during that performance. Okay? And he is not into the outcome goal. He's not about winning the race. He is about performing the race. Now later, he gets on the podium and he gets his goal thing and he runs around. He's jubilant. He's really euphoric and all that stuff. And they're interviewing him, and he's talking about how he and his team have set up these outcome goals 8, 9, 10 years ago, and how they were finally achieving them at this particular time. You can see the outcome goals were there, but in the moment of performance, it was all process. Okay? And that's really what the trader has to learn. And it's a discipline. It's something that if you want to become a professional trader, you're just going to learn it. And you realize that it's going to be a little bit of a struggle to move from the mind that you brought to trading to the mind that produces the reliable extraction of capital out of the markets. But it's all about process in trading.
What a great story from Randy there. I think he summed it up quite nicely at the end where he said, "You can see the outcome goals were there, but in the moment of performance, it was all process." And that's what the trader has to learn. It's all about process in trading. I think one of the most challenging processes we have as systematic traders is creating trading strategies that actually work in real-time trading, because it can be really easy to create strategies that look great in a backtest but don't work in real-life trading. Just like the Olympic hurdler in Randy's story, we need to have a good process to achieve top performance. And without it, we're probably not going to go too well. So if you're looking for a proven strategy creation process, or perhaps if you're looking to improve your existing process, we have a few videos that I created with Bob Pardo from Pardo Capital, which discusses his approach to trading. Now, Bob has won lots of awards for the performance results of his fund, Pardo Capital. He's been a consultant to Goldman Sachs, and he even won Futures Magazine's Trader of the Year. So he does know how to build trading strategies, and if you want to see how he does it, head on over to the page bettersystemtrader.com/process, and you'll be able to access some more info on the process Bob uses to build robust trading strategies for himself and his clients. And that URL again is bettersystemtrader.com/process. So go check that one out. Anyway, that's it for this episode. I'll catch you in a few days' time for episode 100. Where not only do we get to hear Jack Schwager answer all of your trading questions, but I have a huge announcement to make to celebrate episode 100 that you do not want to miss. So I'll catch you then. Okay, well that's it for this episode. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the show. Come on over to bettersystemtrader.com. That's where you'll find all the previous episodes, all the transcribes, all the show notes, and all the free weekly trading tips. bettersystemtrader.com.